everybody. What's today? Today's Monday now, right? 17th? Woo. Time is going, guys. Ugh. How's your weekend? How did your weekend go? So I'm starting the stream a little bit later today. Still having mic issues, so if you can't hear me, sorry. Sorry. Half the time I'm just talking to myself anyway, so yes, and sorry that everything is going on. Sorry if everything's. You guys are hearing all this feedback stuff. Alright, this is good enough. This will do for now. How's everyone's day going? Let's see, today is Monday. Monday. Just got back from the gym. And we're gonna make some orders. Let's see, what did I see on the news that I thought was super fun? Did you guys see that there was another plane? There was another like near miss plane crash here that was happening in America. That's always interesting. Always interesting. Ooh, okay, hold on. This one goes with this one, right? This one goes with this order. This one goes with this order. Boom. Put some orders. Oh, camera angle looks crazy. Maybe some oatmeal. Hi, where am I? I am in California. Hello, Bobby. Hello. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Let's start making some orders. What is going on in the world today? Let's see. What's going on? What's interesting that you guys want to talk about? If you guys are first time here, this is the place where we solve the world's problems. What did we solve recently? We solved hunger problems in America. That was a fun topic. We made a movie. What else did we do? We solved some tax issues. Let me know what you guys want to talk about, and we'll get to it. We will get to it. What else did I see today that I thought was super interesting? Like there wasn't much. I don't feel like a lot went on in the news over the weekend. I mean, besides I guess America deciding to bomb Yemen. Well, I guess we're at a. If you're in America, I guess we're in an official war, I guess now. So let's see how that goes. We will see. Boop. Let's see. I mean, I had a pretty decent weekend. You guys don't know, I'm big into prize picks and stuff, so I had a pretty good weekend where a lot of my predictions went right. Oh no, I gotta recut this. Recut. Didn't turn out well. So that was good. Won $300. What else went on? Hello. Let me think. What else was I was thinking about yesterday? I remember there was something that came up and I thought it was pretty funny. It got me thinking about. Oh, I remember now. So this weekend we went to like a planned like kids event, right? And it got me thinking about my childhood, or what I did on the weekends was my parents had like a shop, like a nail salon, and they would every weekend they would just drop us off there, and we just roamed around for hours until it was closing, till it was nighttime. And it's in an area that's was being built, and that's kind of where my I guess what my parents' plan was. That they wanted to get to an area that was being built, so they could be the first nail shop in that area, and they'll get all the business because there's no other nail shops in the area, right? So, anyways, it's an area that's what at the time that was being built. This was like the Southern California ish area, and it was still being developed and being built. And they had these construction sites, right? That like you've seen construction, they're just out in the open, and we were just kids walking around. And sometimes we need stuff to do, right? And we saw these, and what we like to do back then was we like to play like stick fighting, right? So you want to get sticks, and we'll pretend that they are swords, and we'll get the bark off them, and then we'll sharpen them up. We'll make the end to a point, and we'll kind of shape them to a blade, right? So you have a like like a sword, like you turn the stick to a sword, right? And then so we're walking around and we see this construction site. And if you see construction sites, they have like a rope and tape all around it, but they have stakes. They're in the ground and they're colored, and they have rope on them and stuff, right? But we see these stakes. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. They're like, they just go into the, and they have rope and tape on them, and we're looking at them. We're like, those make perfect fighting swords because they're already into a point, right? They're into they sharpen the end and so they can stick them to the ground. So they're already into a point. So we start like taking a few of them that we saw that on the ground, and we started taking a few more that were out, and then we would like sharpen them up, and we'll make a cross handle, right, and then we'll start using them as swords, and then we're like, oh, it'd be fun if we just move some of them around, and we were kids. We're like maybe like 6, 7, 8 or so, something like that, right? So we're in this construction site for a housing development area, and so we're moving stakes around, and they have ropes and stuff, and we're just being kids, and we're just doing whatever, right? Because back then, like I said, we just get dropped off, and no one's watching us, and we had to make our own fun, and we just found all these construction sites because the area is still being built, and with no, but there's no construction workers or anything. There's literally just blank empty land with a bunch of stuff on there, and we would just go there and we would just play, right? And so we'll get the sticks and we'll like throw them at each other and the ropes, and we'll make a whole giant mess of the whole area. And then now that I'm older, I realize, more about the world. I realize what those ropes and tapes and colored stuff actually meant. And so now I think back to those times, and if you guys don't know, they put the two stakes down. Like if they're building a wall, they'll put the stakes down on one side and another stake down on another side, and they'll run a rope to the other side, and that basically tells the builders that this is the height that they want to build the wall to, and this is the level, right? And then they'll put some more markers here and there, and this is the frame of the house, right? Right? You know what I'm talking about? Or this is the outline of this lot here, and this is taped like that because they're building a whole community, right? And they have all these ropes and stuff everywhere for them to measure everything. But as a kid, I did not know that. I just thought that they just had ropes and tapes and stakes on the ground for no reason, right? So now I think back, right? And this is 20 plus years ago, right? And I drive by some of these communities now. But what crosses my mind every time I see these communities, because I remember having to play in these construction sites before they were built is there a wall that is tilted a little bit because we moved the rope? Is there a lot that's bigger or smaller than it's supposed to be because we moved a marker? So that's what I wonder about. So that crossed my mind today, over the weekend. How's everyone's weekend going? How's everyone's weekend going? Let's see. What else? What else that I thought was pretty interesting over the weekend? Do, 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 do. Sorry, I gotta focus on this. Like I said, this is an older design, and it's not as good as the other ones. If I had a new design, I would not make it like that. Alright, you guys have to come with me. Coming with me to the cutting machine because I wouldn't say I messed up. I would say that the machine did not cut that properly. So we gotta recut one of the projects that we were working on. What else is going on? I mean, I don't know if you guys saw, but yeah, I totally called it, by the way. I don't know if I called it. I said it before. That number one thing that we're really good at in America is war, and there will always be a war, and I guess we are at war with Yemen. I feel that's actually a very interesting thing that like Yemen is like one of the most, they're like one of the poorest countries out there, and we just continuously bomb them. But okay, what I find more interesting though, is like the cost. If you guys ever seen the cost of stuff, like military stuff, it's like crazy. That stuff is very intriguing to me. Um, because like I think I gotta find it later, but there's like a channel, right? And they just go over like military footage, like training videos and whatnot, and they actually show the cost of stuff as it's happening, and it's crazy. Like when they launch a missile, it's like $200,000 gone. And the other thing that I find very interesting, right, is that you know how your food has like best by dates or expiration dates on them? Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but military stuff has that on there too. They have best by dates and expiration dates, right, on like bullets and missiles and all kinds of and bombs and stuff. And so they routinely just like use them. I find that part kind of crazy. Like, have you seen that where like they have like, I don't know, bombs that are going to expire soon, so they have to use them because they're not supposed to be using expired bombs during real time, so they have to keep everything fresh. And so I'm like, that's the place to be in. That's what we all need to be in. I gotta figure out how to sell like my like if we could just all press bullets or something and sell to the government, because that's crazy. Because you think about it, right? Each missile, let's just say on the low end, it's like 200,000, right? That's more than what most people make in a whole year. And then I gotta look it up later. But what's the expiration date on like how long does what a missile or bomb last? And so then they have to buy another one, regardless of if it's wartime or not, because you gotta be prepared, right? That's a big part of the military, right? It's readiness, and they don't want to use expired like bullets or bombs or missiles or whatever, right? So they have to constantly buy new ones. So I'm like, that's the racket that we all need to be in. And it ties back to what I was saying. Oh, I mean, it doesn't tie back, but I guess it goes to what I saw over the weekend. I don't know sure if it's the weekend or not, but they were saying that I think Canada, they are canceling their projected purchase of the F-35 fighter jet. You know, the thing that cost America like a gajillion dollars. And yeah, so that was very interesting too that I saw. But yeah, if you guys ever seen those videos, you gotta check them out. It's like literally they launch like a missile or drop a bomb. It's like 600,000, 600,000. Then it's like boom, a million. What else? What else is going on in the world? March Madness is coming up. Hope you guys are prepared. Prepared for the March Madness. I personally never got into college basketball, so. But if you want to talk NBA, I could talk NBA all day. That is my jam. The NBA is my jam. Alright, sorry. You guys gotta go there. What else is going on? Oh, I know. I saw something I thought was super interesting. Have you guys heard about the enhanced games? I thought this was pretty interesting. It's basically the Olympics, right? They're gonna have Olympic type sports, but everyone's gonna be juiced up to the gills. That's crazy. The only reason why it popped up is I believe it said that Donald Trump Jr. is an investor in it or a big advocate, so he's been pushing it. But that's crazy. The enhanced games sounds crazy. I wonder if it's really gonna happen because like that it's like because I think their idea is that they want to see the best and reconnecting, disconnecting, reconnecting. That's the issue with doing a live show. But yeah, the enhanced games, right? And so yeah, the idea is that they're not gonna hide it. You could take whatever you wanna take, and as long as you get there, you're good. Okay, but this is what I'm thinking about the enhanced games, right? Is that so it's whatever, right? They're not doing any drug tests or anything for any of these sports. So you could be like, I don't know, the Rock size, right? And trying to do some of these sports. Okay, but here's what I was thinking, right? Enhanced games. They're not checking for anything, right? But imagine you go a different way, okay? They're because what they're thinking, what their people athletes are going to do is they're going to start juicing up, right? It's all performance enhancements and stuff like that, right? But this is what I was thinking, right? Enhanced games, right? And they're not checking anything. They don't really care. As long as you could beat the records, you could beat the records, okay? This reminds me, if you guys ever seen the Futurama episode where I think it's Hermes, the accountant guy, the Jamaican accountant they have, he gets addicted to body modification, right? And he starts like getting rid of his hands to make robot hands. He starts getting rid of his legs to make robot legs, right? So this is what I was thinking about the enhanced games. You see all these juice guys, right? Or gym all these guys, they're thinking, oh, they're gonna get extra gear, they're gonna juice up, and they're gonna be roided out doing, I don't know, the shot put or whatever, right? And they're gonna try to throw it like 300 yards, right? But this is what I'm thinking, right? Enhanced games, a guy eventually is gonna take his hand, right? Cause take it off, right? Because the other thing that they're doing, right, is that in the Olympics the athletes don't get paid, right? Supposedly in the enhanced games, athletes are getting paid, right? So this is where I'm thinking, right? Athletes, one guy, eventually, one of the years, if this happens, he's gonna zoop off his hand, right? Put a cannon in his hand, right? And then he's gonna go to the shot put, right? Because hey, you're telling me this is enhanced games. You guys are not checking anything, right? You can do any enhancements you want. Well, guess what? My hand is now part of my body, so it's my body, right? Right? And you got a cannon in your hand, and then you're trying to do the shot put, and it goes zoom, and it goes like 1,000 yards, right? I'm telling you, if this ever happens, the enhanced games is gonna become the Roblox games real soon, right? And then, and then, at what point in the enhanced games, right? Because you know how it all works, right? Especially with like sports. Once one person starts doing something, and someone sees your success in that thing, they are gonna start copying you, right? Or they're gonna copy you and then one up you, right? So one guy gets a cannon hand to do the shot put. The next guy is gonna have like cannon hands with, let's see, what else? What else do you need to do? Cannon hands and roller skates, right? They're rocket powered roller skates. So you can, because you know in the shot put you can spin around to throw it to build momentum. Well, guess what? Rocket powered roller skates, right? So you can spin around really quickly with your cannon hand, and then you kind of like, like you shoot it like that, and kind of like that. What's that Angelina Jolie movie where they were bending bullets because they were shooting like this and they could bend bullets? Well, they're gonna shot put like that, right? And they're gonna bend the shot put to 2,000 yards, and then some guy's gonna see that and they're like, "Oh, that was genius! Rocket powered roller skates with a cannon arm, right? To get 2,000 yards." Boom. Next guy's gonna go. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Rocket powered roller skates, cannon hand, and Neuralink super AI brain, right? And then so this is where this is gonna go. This is gonna be AI powered now, where it can calculate now the speed, rotation that you need to, and optimal time to shoot for you to get that shot put to 4,000 feet. And boom, the enhanced games comes to Robo games really quickly. You're welcome. Let's see who else can just go on that was a 10-minute rant on the Robo games. You're welcome. You guys gotta give me a topic to talk about, or else we're gonna keep going on more randomness. What else is going on in the world? Oh, dang it, this one too. Sorry, this one's messed up. I'm gonna take you guys. I guess they were saying that the Yemen people are basically modern day pirates. I thought that was pretty interesting. And that's why we are at war with them, apparently. Yemen, 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 Yemen. The enhanced games is coming to you. What other sport that we can do enhanced Robo games? That's that's what they need. Because like they kind of started doing that, right, with the Special Olympics. But might as well take it to another level, right? This is why what I found very interesting about the Special Olympics, right, is that they have those Blade Runner guys, right? That they're saying that it's actually unfair for them to compete in the regular Olympics because supposedly blade legs are faster than regular legs. And I mean, I guess this goes back to what I was saying with the enhanced Olympics, right? So they're saying that they're not checking anything, and They're not gonna be checking anything, right? And you can do whatever you want. So at some point, I'm telling you, some guy's gonna like zoop off his legs, right? So he can go into enhanced games with blade legs, and he's gonna be juiced up, right? And then he's gonna dominate, right? He's gonna dominate because supposedly the blade legs. At least this is what I was told. I remember this, and no one fact checked it, so I don't know. Maybe it's true or not. But the blade legs are faster than your regular legs, and so I'm telling you, the enhanced games is gonna become Blade Runners, right? Like juiced up Blade Runners running against each other. And then, if you're gonna allow the blade running, right? Might as well allow the rockets. Then they're gonna have rockets on their feet, and then they're gonna blade run with the rockets. And then at some point, I guess they'd be like, "Why are we blade running with rockets? Why don't we rollerblade with rockets?" And boom, we're back to rollerblading rockets in the enhanced games. Nobody's thought of this. That is done. This is done. Sorry, I'm sorry, you guys keep coming back and forth with me. Trying to get all these things cut out so I can actually press stuff. Do 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 do. And I guess the other thing that's kind of bothers me a little bit about the enhanced games, I guess if we want to get really real with it, is that your body is not meant to go certain speeds, and it's like have you ever seen those videos where the person is outrunning their ability to run? That's what I feel like the enhanced game is going to become later. It's going to be people outrunning their ability to run. And yeah, we'll see where that goes. Alright, now I can finally get it made. Anyone have any life advice that they want to hear from this random guy on the internet to weigh in on? That's I'm telling you, that's my specialty, is solving world problems. But someone's got to give me a world problem to solve. Then I will solve it. I'll solve all your problems. It's not that hard, guys. Not that hard. People make it sound harder than it needs to be. Okay. People are making things hard. I wonder who. Oh man, I thought that bird flew into my garage. Just some random guy on the internet. And I am talking to my soul. Oh, you know what I was just thinking today? Well, I don't know if I was thinking about it today, but I felt like what I find very interesting is that guys, like typically male guys, right, are typically less into environmental stuff, right? Like recycling and whatnot. And then the typical female is into recycling and stuff, right? Environmental stuff. But you know what I found very interesting is that maybe you guys can correct me or not. I'm like I said, I'm just in here in my garage, thinking about the world and as how I see it, right? But what I find very interesting is that the biggest wasters, though, even though typically women are more into recycling, the typical waste that gets uh, built into women's products is crazy. Have you guys ever thought about this? I thought about this yesterday because I saw, I think it was, what was it, Cardi B, or whatever, insert random celebrity. But anyways, but I think it was Cardi B. She was trying to promote these makeup removal um, jar. They're like little individual jars, right? That inside you just squeeze it and there's makeup removal solution in there, right? So instead of having a big jar, and then you know how I mean, that's a waste itself too. They put onto like cotton swabs or whatever, or like they have a big tube and they dump it and then they kind of rub their face and they get all the makeup off, right? She was trying to promote these individual jars. They're like tiny bottles like this big, right? And inside those bottles, they already have the correct amount of makeup removal solution that you would need, right? And where I'm trying to get with this is that is so wasteful because every time, so that's every day, right? Because you know the ladies, they put on makeup every day, and so that's every day. That's a jar that you're using, right? And then that jar gets thrown into the trash. Now imagine if Cardi B uses her massive influence, or does she have a lot of influence? I don't know, but any of these influencers, right? They use this influence that they have, right? And this product becomes a hit. It's a hit. We got a hit, guys. The little jars. People want them. People need them, right? And then that's thousands of people buying this thousands or hundreds of thousands of people buying this makeup removal jar, individual makeup removal jars, and that's jars that are gonna get trashed, right? And it's like a lot of women's products are like this, and they just don't care. They don't care. They just don't care. I remember, um, I don't know if all shampoos. I think shampoos got rid of it, but there was a time when microbeads inside the shampoo was the thing, right? Or body wash. That's what they put it in. They used to put these microplastic beads into the body wash, and the idea was it was exfoliating, right? And then, but I remember seeing this, and this is back when they first came out. And I thought about this. I was like, those micro beads, they just end up in the trash, right? Because they get thrown, not trash, but they just end up in the ocean because those micro beads, used as body wash, right? And then it gets down to the drain, and it just goes into the ocean. That is so wasteful. And I remember telling my girlfriend this at the time, and she was like, "Nah." She was like, "I can care less. It's clean. I like it, and if I like it, that's all that matters. Happy wife, happy life." Because anyone ever, if you guys are in a real big relationship or married, right? I'm sure you've heard of that saying, "Happy wife, happy life," right? But if you really think about it, it's actually one of the most insane things ever. It's like, well, just do what she says, or else you're gonna have a hard time, guys. And it's like she she could be wanting to do the most craziest thing, and it's like, no, happy wife, happy life. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. No one ever talks about this. Like, how insane is that? Imagine you reverse that. You're like, oh, happy husband, happy life. And it's like, what does your husband want to do? Well, I want to get Imagine your husband's like, you know what I want to do? I want to take a barbecue machine, right? You know the igniter in your barbecue machine, right? I want to take that out, and then I want to go to Home Depot. I want to get some two big tubes of PCP pipes. All right, and your wife's like, really? This seems really weird. I'm like, no, no, no. Happy husband, happy life. Okay, I want to take those two big PVC tubes and my barbecue igniter, and then I'm gonna fit it together. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the pipes together, seal it off, get a potato, right, and put the potato in the tube, and then I want to get make it a separate compartment where I can spray hairspray in there, and then I spray hairspray in there, and then I use the barbecue igniter to shoot the potato. Yes, we just made a potato gun. Okay, I don't know if kids even know how to. You know that was crazy back in the old days. The kids just learned how to make stuff like that. I remember my friend made a potato gun, and we were shooting it down the street, and how crazy is that? That in a time where the internet was brand new, or some kids didn't even know how to use the internet, and we just learned how to do things, right? Anyways, yeah. Happy husband, happy life. So yeah, I want to take the potato gun and I want to go into the freeway and start shooting um, cars. And your wife would be like, "What? That sounds crazy." And you're like, "No, happy husband, happy life." Like, isn't it crazy that like the wives or whoever, they just get away with something like doing the most insane things? They're like, no, happy husband, happy life. It feels like sometimes you get held hostage. Right, right, right. Nope, happy husband, happy life, guys. No, no one's thinking about this. If you just reverse the happy wife thing to happy husband, and like the random most weirdest things that your husband would want to do, and you're like, no, like, what else? That like, they just don't care. They don't care. Maybe this goes back to that toilet paper thing we were talking about before, where I would explain a gajillion times that I swear it makes no difference if you use one, like, a little bit of toilet paper. No, I'm not talking about like being a psychopath where you just use one square. I'm talking about just enough, or using half a row for every single, for every time you go to the bathroom. And I'll explain this a gajillion times, how it makes no difference, and it's like, no, no, happy life, happy life. What else is going on? Do 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 do. Nothing is going on. I saw this other thing I thought today that I thought was very funny. It was someone explaining the different grades of eggs, right? And they were explaining, oh, this is double A eggs, this is single A eggs, this is triple A eggs, and all the different grades, right? And what I got out of it was that said that B grade eggs are still edible. They just have small defects in them, like small flaws. Like maybe the yolk is too big or the shell didn't look right. So they're considered B grade eggs, right? And then my first thought was, where do I buy B grade eggs? Because with the prices that they are right now, I don't mind a B grade egg. I don't care if the egg is a little off, a little special. Like maybe someone took a little extra time to make it or something, or too little time to make it. Like, where do you guys really care? So yeah, that's I saw that today and I thought that was really funny. That there are B grade eggs, but I never see B grade eggs on sale anywhere. So where do you find B grade eggs? All right, so this is the first one I did. So this one is Little Lady, and it goes with Little Gentleman. Boom, boom, order done. Next one. Next one, next one, next one. That's what we're working with. Next one. Got that. Make that. I'll make this one. After I make this one, alright, so this is a couple's apron, black couple's apron. Black couple's aprons. That's what we're doing. Black couple's aprons. This one looks like a present. So remember, you gotta double check those stuff. Double check. Always double check. Okay. One. Oh, you see? Alright, I want to show you guys this again. And I'm telling you, this is what I find so funny. Okay? This is what I find. I've said this a gajillion times. If you guys have seen these aprons before, you know what I'm going to say. Okay? Okay, so this is done. Done sauce. Ooh. Got stuck up there. Okay, this is Dunzos, okay? Every single time someone orders this, what do? This is a gift, by the way, but still funny to me. Okay, first, I know it's reversed, but this says Quinn, Head Chef Quinn, right? Head Chef Quinn, 2025, established, right? And it goes with sous chef. If you guys don't know what a sous chef is, it's an assistant chef, right? Next, sous chef Claudia. Okay, so it says head chef is Quinn, sous chef is Claudia, right? And this is a gift for somebody. But what I keep saying, and if you guys been here for a while, I get one of these orders like every day, at least, right? And what I always find very interesting is that they always buy the guy as the head chef and the lady as the sous chef, right? But usually in a real like house kitchen environment, stereotypically, the lady's the head chef. She knows how to do all the cooking, and the guy does not. So the guy is usually assisting the girl. Like Thanksgiving dinner, the guy usually doesn't cook Thanksgiving dinner, right? So I always find it very funny to me that they always buy head chef is always the guy and sous chef is the lady when it should be the other way around. I mean, it does say established 2025. And I don't know if you guys heard my rant earlier about how ladies these days don't know how to cook. So maybe they're just a more modern couple. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm gonna pack up the orders and I'll come back later for another stream. Usually the afternoon one's more interesting because I have time to kind of digest what's going on in the world. But see you guys later.